We're calling to order. Start the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Michelle, can you hear us today?
I can.
All right, can you take the roll call, please?
Eric Hall,
Here.
Bernie Poprod,
Here.
Tony Biacardi. Oh, I'm sorry. Roseanne Bozak,
Here.
Travis Dunlap,
Present.
Jeremy McCargue,
Here.
Nicole Migalorni,
Here.
Sarah Odman.
Here.
All right. Excellent. And then if you'll make a note that the building commissioner, Jack McGraw is here, and the town attorney for plan commission, Michael Brazil. In attendance. Okay, the first thing we need to do is to reorganize for the new year. We have your board, all that kind of stuff, and my term as president ended on the 31st. I only got the meeting started. So with that, I'll open it up.
I'll nominate Jeremy McCarty for president.
Okay,
I'll second that.
who is that?
Well, it was both Sarah and Roseanne. Take your pick.
We'll give it to Sarah. So Michelle, that'd be a motion by Bernie and a second by, who did I say, Sarah? Okay. Any discussion? Jeremy, you good with that?
Yes.
All right, roll call, please, Michelle.
Bernie Poprod,
Yes.
Roseanne Bozak,
Yes.
Travis Dunlap,
Yes.
Nicole Migalorni,
Yes.
Jeremy McCargue,
Yes.
Sarah Odman,
Yes.
Eric Hall.
Yes. All right, good deal, Jeremy. It's all you. But I'll help you out a little bit here. We need to have a vice president. I don't know if I can technically make a motion to run the meeting, but
We can. You want me to,
go ahead.
you want to pass it over?
Yeah, here, I'll pass you the gavel. So I'll nominate Nicole Migliorini to be the vice president.
I'll second that.
I don't know if you can, I just gave you the gavel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'll second.
I'm-
You actually do. Yeah. Okay, so I made the motion and then Travis made the second. Any discussion? Okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Michelle, can we get a roll call, please?
Roseanne Bozak,
Yes.
Travis Dunlap,
Yes.
Nicole Migalorni,
Yes.
Jeremy McCargue,
Yes.
Sarah Odman,
Yes.
Bernie Poprod,
Yes.
Eric Hall.
Yes.
All
That's it.
right, I'm passing the gavel back.
No, you can give it over to
Sarah?
Jeremy.
Jeremy's gonna run.
Yeah, Jeremy, are you prepared to run a meeting? Can you do that?
I will make my best effort from here.
We'll help you along. A couple things just to help you get going. Once we get to the public hearings side, I'll help you with that, the things and the order to go through with that. And then Michelle's kind of still new at taking notes. So for all of us, if we can make sure that we take our time a little bit and you're clear and that, Michelle, if you have any questions or need us to stop or slow down, please just say, hey, slow down and figure out whatever we need. But we do have the meeting is being recorded, so you can pull that up as well if you need to get notes or anything later on. We do have one more thing that we have to do, which would be appointment to the BZA. And is that a nominee?
I want to see it. I'll go on. Do I nominate myself?
Yeah, no,
You guys have to, it's the plan commission's appointment to the BZA.
yes.
He's the town council.
So I'll go ahead and nominate Bernie Poprod to the BZA.
I'll second.
Motion and second, any discussion? I guess I can't do that. That's Jeremy, that's you. Shut up.
So I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Roll call, Michelle.
Bernie Poprod,
Yes.
Roseanne Bozak,
yes,
Travis Dunlap,
Yes.
Nicole Migalorni,
Yes.
Jeremy McCarty,
Yes.
Sarah Aldman,
yes.
Eric Hall.
Yes.
Do I need to change the order now because he is president?
It's up to you.
Okay,
For this.
Yeah, for this meeting, you don't have to. You got enough going on. Just from moving forward, yes.
okay, thank you.
So that's all you, Mr. President.
Going off the agenda, the next thing would be approval of minutes from December 6th, 2021.
Motion approved.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Do I have any discussion? Roll call, Michelle, please.
Real quick, when you say first and second, can you specify who it is?
Sure. I was the first, Eric is the first, and Nicole was the second.
Thank you. Aldman,
Broke up. What'd you say? I don't know, I didn't hear.
Sarah Aldman,
Yes,
Bernie Poprod,
Yes.
Roseanne Bozak,
yes,
Travis Dunlap,
Yes.
Nicole Migalorni,
Yes.
Jeremy McCarty,
Yes.
Eric Hall.
Yes.
Now it's communications, bills and expenditures. Is there anything that anybody has to add for that? Jack, do you have anything?
Not for bills expenditures, just for reports and from the building department. We've just been very, very busy, as you can all see by the building report that was added to the agenda. That's it for me.
With that.
It's New Year's.
Okay.
Okay, if there's nothing else for communication, bills and expenditures, I have a report of officers, committee and staff. Now, Jack, if you have anything else to add or no?
Just one thing, I just wanted to run this by the planning commission because I'm having an issue with a home that is being used as a halfway home. There's people that own the property, but they rent it out to the state. The state has people in the home. And we're having very much difficulty trying to keep the property clean. They put the garbage cans out in front, they don't put them all the way out by the sidewalk. The garbage cans are full by one day. This has been going on for over a month. I've sent letters to the owners. And I've actually knocked on the door and talked to whoever runs the house there. And today I took pictures by and the place is still a disaster area. I'm gonna have to push, again, I'll ask my liaison the permission to talk to Mike, but I want to make sure I'm probably gonna have to start finding these people according to the, what I can do as building commissioner as a nuisance and as not keeping the trash cleaned up and put to the building. So I just wanted to give them a heads up because I'm sure these people are gonna go a little, when I had problems in the summertime and I talked to them, they came to a meeting and started raising hectic. So I just want to make sure that you're aware of this and that I'm going to be pushing it forward.
Yeah, it really, it's kind of past the plan commission, as we can't do any enforcement.
Right.
Part of this.
I just wanted you to be aware of it. I will bring it up to town council through my liaison.
Good deal.
Thank you.
Attorney Brazil, do you have anything to add?
I've just got the two oaths of office for you and Roseanne. If you guys are ready for those.
I can be ready.
All right, Jeremy, you go first then.
Sure.
Raise your right hand.
Okay.
And state after me. I, Jeremy McGarvey,
I, Jeremy McCarg,
sorry about that, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge my duties as a member of the Planning Commission
then I will faithfully and impartially discharge my duties
as a member of the Planning Commission of the Town of Burns Harbor,
as
Indiana,
the member of the Plan Commission of the Town of Burns Harbor, Indiana,
according to the law
according to the law
and to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
And that'll be here at the clerk's office for you to sign. When you get a chance, please come in.
Thank you.
And Roseanne, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, if you repeat after me.
I
I,
hope
Roseanne,
Jeremy.
I, Roseanne Bozak, do solemnly swear
I, Roseanne Bozak, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge my duties
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge my duties
as a member of the Planning Commission of the Town of Burns Harbor, Indiana,
as a member of the Planning Commission of the Town of Burns Harbor, Indiana,
according to the law
according to the law
and to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Okay, thank you. This will also be here for you to sign when you get a chance. Please come in.
No problem.
That's all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you. I was looking at the thing and I guess I skipped Jeanette. Jeanette, did you have anything for reports of officers, committee, or staff?
I do have one item, which was regarding the Trail Creek Phase 2 sanitary maintenance bond. And I don't know if you want me to discuss that now, or if we get to developers bonds, you just let me, tell me where you want that in the meeting.
We can just add that when we do the bonds.
Okay, well then I will wait till then. Thank you.
Anybody else have anything to add? Any members as far as communication bills and expenditures?
Nope.
Nothing here, sir.
Okay, so the next thing on the agenda is the public hearing for Town Code Chapters 4, 13, 14, and 15. If I'm doing this right, I think at this point we'd be opening it up for public comment for or against in reference to.
What, you want a little help with this one?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're happy to do it. Yeah, where's it at? Order. All right, it's an ordinance of the Burns Harbor Town Council amending the text of chapters 4 building code, 13 miscellaneous, 14 subdivision control ordinance, and 15 zoning ordinance converting the wording, numbering, and formatting of the town code of Burns Harbor, Indiana. Is it supposed to be concerning? Or is confirming?
Concerning.
Okay, you gotta spell check that one. Basically, this goes through and it's the work that we've been doing on renumbering and relettering, clarification, all the things over the course of the last year. So the first thing that we'll have to do is ask Michelle, has everything been noticed properly and are all the documents in order?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Have all the notices been published for the public hearing? And have all of the, publications been done, all the paperwork, anything that you've received, everything is in order?
As of right now, I believe so. Marge was the one that took care of it for this meeting.
Okay. But I do believe everything was signed up, so To the best of your knowledge, everything is okay. So then what we'll do is we'll open the public hearing, and the first thing we'll do is invite anyone that would like to speak in favor of the changes in the ordinance. We'll give them an opportunity to speak now. Currently, there is no one motioning to speak at town hall. There are no comments on Facebook and or on Zoom. However, if somebody does pop in, we'll come back to it. So with that, no one is speaking in favor of. We'll go ahead and give an opportunity for anyone to speak in favor or against. Again, there's no one here at town hall that has made a motion to speak. There are no comments on the Zoom meeting and currently no comments in the chat on the Facebook stream. So again, if someone comes back, we will give them an opportunity to hear them, but they're gonna have to do it fast. So with that, we will close the public portion of the public hearing and open it for discussion here. And Jeremy, that'd be, you got it from there, I believe.
Clear. Does any of the board have anything to add or have any questions or concerns in regard to all of this? I know anybody that's just like Roseanne, I know it's going to be a little bit confusing because there's a ton of stuff in there. I don't know if you had an opportunity to read through it or not, but there was an absolute ton of stuff that Sarah had worked through for the better part of a year. So
I did read through it.
All 57 pages.
Well, I did skim through.
Excellent. You guys, just my part, and I'll be done. Everyone worked really hard over the last year. I mean, we've tried to get this to the public hearing for, well, within 3-4 months now, just to this stage. So Sarah and Tony and then everyone who participated, thanks for getting us this far. I have nothing else on that one.
I say the same thing. Everybody who tried, Attorney Brazil, Sarah, Tony, I think very good job. Tedious, but very good.
if no one else has anything else to add, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion. Mrs. Bernie.
I'll second it. It's Eric.
Michelle, if you can do roll call, I had a first by Bernie and a second by Eric, I believe.
Yes.
Roseanne Bozak,
Yes.
Travis Dunlap,
Yes.
Nicole Migalorni,
Yes.
Jeremy McCarg,
Yes.
Sarah Outman,
Yes.
Bernie Poprod,
Yes.
Eric Hall.
Yes. Michelle, can you be sure that that gets forwarded to Jane with there's a letter that goes with it that has the recommendation from Plan Commission, and Jane will help you get the right document to her so that it can get on the agenda for the council this month?
Yes, I can do that.
Thank you.
Okay, as far as the agenda goes, I have nothing for old business. And after that, we're moving on to new business. Number one is review bonds, maintenance guarantees, and letters of credit.
You close the public hearing.
Yeah, yes.
I think
So-
that-
Sorry, I mean, there was a question here. Sorry, we didn't hear you.
I'm not clear on the question.
Oh, we answered. We just want to make sure the public hearing was closed. And it was.
Okay, and then if everybody's ready to move on, then we can jump into the review of bonds, maintenance guarantees, and letters of credit. And Jeanette, you already had something. If you want to jump in on this, on what you had.
Yes, so we had been asked previously to do an inspection for the developer's maintenance bond for Trail Creek Phase 2, which I believe is also called the Babcock Second Subdivision. And that was just for the sewer maintenance. So we went out and inspected 2 sewer manholes. They were structurally in good shape. Now, again, this maintenance bond, which I believe is in the amount of $1,560, expires February 12th, 2022. There's only one item that I find needs developer attention, and just that is one of the manholes, the one on Pin Oak Lane, has some, I'm gonna call it concrete debris down in the flow channel. So if the developer could have that cleaned out prior to the expiration of this bond, then that would be the only item that we see. And then if that's taken care of, you should be able to let that maintenance bond expire. But once he cleans it out, we can go check it again just to make sure.
Mr. President, Mr. Clay is present at the meeting tonight, just so that you know. He did say he is aware of the letter from Gold.
Okay, very good. So so you're saying that he's clear on what he needs to do in order to be able to satisfy Jeanette's request?
Yes, and I'll have it done within probably by the end of next week or before that.
Pat, can you state your name and address for the minutes?
Yes, it's Pat Feige, 61 Indiana Avenue, Valparaiso.
Is there anything else? Anybody else has any questions in reference to bonds, maintenance guarantees?
The list is smaller.
Yeah, nothing else looks like it's like pertinent like right now.
So the issues that we had last month, somebody got with Jane and we got that straightened out. Is that why the list is smaller? Do we know?
Well, the last conversation I had with Jane, we were gonna have to request to take those off. So I don't know if some of them got picked up and she took them off. That I honestly couldn't answer that question.
Sarah Outman, I thought I understood from Jane's email that she would not take them off until they were picked up. Is there a way that we can find out when they get picked up?
Comes off the list.
I can be in contact with Jane if that makes it easier.
Much easier.
Yeah, I think that would work. I think the majority of them though, I mean, if it's stuff that's coming off, it's stuff that was like, we weren't even holding a guarantee against it anymore. It was like 6 months and even up to a year of them expiring. So we weren't gonna be able to do anything with them. They were just clogging up our list.
I think some of them were banking money. You know,
Yeah.
they were thought about doing something else and we're gonna have some money in reserve.
After that, on new business, moving on would be storage container fees.
I have a little, do you know what the deal is there, Jeremy?
I do not. I kind of last minute had to stay home for this meeting and not come in person, so I'm trying to flip back and forth through everything.
I have a little bit on it. Jack can probably speak a little bit more about it, but the storage container fees are, the fee isn't listed to use in every zone. Currently, if a person received a variance, as an example, to have a storage container in an area that it was not regularly allowed for, the way the code reads, if I understand correctly, is there's no fee, or the fee isn't included in that. So this would, because the fee is only for, it's allocated per that zoning area. So an example, if you have one in the special district at SP1 and they're in there and they pay the fee, fine. But if you have one in we'll just say R1 residential, there is no fee there because one wasn't set to be there. We can't go back and charge the commercial SP1 fee because it doesn't jive. There's no direction to do that. So that's kind of where you're at with that. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, we actually have 3 people coming or going to be in the next BZA meeting to about storage containers that have been rejected and they're gonna be proposed into the next BZA meeting. So we're gonna need to address this so that we do have some way of allocating if it is approved.
Well, even if you came up and, even if we were.
Right, it's
council and
still
had
gotta go
a
through
meeting
the
today, it's
process,
gotta
right?
take a
Yeah,
whole-
totally understood.
Mr. President? This,
Yes, go ahead, Sarah.
just for clarification, this is only for residential storage containers. The fees that we have for all the other districts are still appropriate to those districts. But we did not set any fee for residential because the feeling of the plan commission was that no storage containers or cargo containers should be allowed in a permanent basis in a residential dwelling unit use. So that's just for a residential use.
Well, that kind of brings up an interesting point. Like, as far as I'm looking at it, if we establish a fee for residential, does that mean we're like setting precedents that we're now okaying it, even though, does it just, I mean, we're gonna have to find a way to word it so that it doesn't become the normal, because this isn't something that's ever been allowed up to this point.
Mike, if I-
Yeah, I would say that obviously the BZA can make their, they can go ahead and grant variances and stuff. So I don't think having a reserve amount set for those cases that do occur wouldn't be improper, that it wouldn't be suggested that we're just going to go ahead and carte blanche approve everything that comes through for residential. But as if we don't do it, there's no way that any approval of the storage containers in residential, or there's going to be no charge for it then.
don't we have, there's one fee, right? It's not different per location or per district, is it? Is the fee the same in every district?
The fee varies based on the use of the storage container and if it's going to be a short term or a permanent with renewal.
But that fee doesn't change if I'm in SP1 or if I'm in RC2, right? Same deal?
Correct,
Okay,
correct.
so my question then would be, is if I'm gonna build a fence, if I'm gonna put a fence up and I have to pay a permit fee for that. If I get a variance to put a fence in an area that's not allowed, I would still have to pay fees just like if it had been allowed, correct? Why wouldn't that apply towards a variance on a container? If it's not supposed to be here, well,
But
we're
you're
gonna
making,
let it, but you're gonna have to pay all the fees that it would be if you were allowed. to
right, so
have
if
it
you're
in an area.
making variance, it should go, I see what you're saying there.
You know what I mean? That was my kind of take on it. I don't know if that's right or not, but that just kind of seemed to make sense that, you know, well, you can't have it here, but they gave me permission to have it here. Well, you're gonna have to pay the fees that you would have to pay if you had it anywhere else in town.
Right, if they're the same fees, I could understand what that would apply there, because if that's how we would do it with anything else, then of course that would be how it goes. The difference was, I was thinking the differences in fees, but if that's only if it's long-term or short-term or something like that, I think we could go ahead and just charge those fees when it's approved at the BZA.
The problem that you have at this point is that every zone has a fee except residential.
Right, and that's where my hang up was it doesn't have a fee at all. But that's because it needs a variance to be put there, so I think we should ultimately put a fee on it for when a variance is given, just to make it clear. But I don't think, it doesn't seem appropriate not to charge something for getting a variance, and then that just be like, oh, now you don't have to pay anything.
Would you word something like that and not even specify the residential or an area, just, you know, any container that, you know, in an area not previously approved by a variance, you know, you'll put your spray on it, but here's your fee.
Would be subject to the fees associated with any other district in which a container is allowed, something like that. Yes, that's how I would word it.
I have looked at the fee table that was referenced by the building department. I don't have a copy of it, so I don't remember the exact wording. But I think it would be appropriate then for Attorney Brazil to look at that fee table to make sure that the wording on the fee table for this particular instance is still appropriate to go with our understanding of how that ordinance would be applied.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that.
Thank you.
Anything else in reference to the shipping container fees? The next thing on the agenda then would be good of the order and any other business.
I do have something, Mr. President.
Go right ahead, sir.
All right, this will be my last meeting with the Plan Commission. We are moving, sold our house and we'll be closing on Monday, January the 10th. I appreciate the time that I've had here and the people that I've gotten to work with and the stuff that we've done, and it's been a good time. And people like Bernie and Tony that really helped me learn my way through the people that have been around. You know, grab what you can off of them because they won't always be here. You know, Bernie's tried to get out of here 3 or 4 times just since I've been around. So, you know, but I appreciate the opportunity and I hope that we made some good changes for some to help people out. And it's a great bunch of people to work with over the years. So thank you. That's it.
I'd like to say thank you to Eric for all the work you've done on behalf of not only Plan Commission, but many other areas in the town of Burns Harbor. Thanks for your hard work and we wish you the best.
Thank you.
I'll say the same thing. It was really nice working with you and everything, and I will see you in Arizona.
You know where I live out there, so yeah. it'd be good.
I've been to his house already.
Everyone's welcome. I got a good backyard, but I don't have any extra beds.
Yeah, again, Eric, thanks. I mean, you've kind of walked me through this. I think when we all get on these boards, a lot of times it's there's a steep learning curve, and you helped me a lot along the way. So thank you. And if there's nothing else, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Michelle, can I get a roll call? I had Eric as the first. I didn't have the second.
Nicole.
Roseanne Bozak,
Yes.
Travis Dunlap,
Yes.
Nicole Migalorni,
Yes.
Jeremy McHarg,
Yes.
Sarah Outman,
Yes,
Bernie Poprod,
Yes.
Eric Hall.
Yes. That's not time to hit anymore.
No? Meeting adjourned, huh?
Well, he's gotta say it.
Meeting's adjourned.
Thank you.
It's official now.
Yeah.